part of it was just it would be a really fun book to adapt because the movie is just all jokes. I would love to do an adaptation of Airplane too. They'll never let me do it, but that would be so. What really happened was I was thinking of what to tweet, what will amuse my Twitter followers, and so I just said, "How is it possible that no one has invited me to do a Attack of the Killer Tomatoes novelization?" Not, it was not meant to be a legitimate solicitation of work. It was just something funny to tweet. And then Mark Miller at Encyclopocalypse Books sent me a private email and said, "Hey, if you're serious about that, I'll see what I can make happen." Yeah. And then within a few weeks, I was on a Zoom call with the filmmakers who were all in. My resume is pretty good for someone to write an Attack of the Killer Tomato. It's not, oh man, let's take a shot on this guy who has no experience in that particular genre. It's like when it was announced, people were like, yeah, Jeff Strand, Attack of the Killer
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
that makes sense.
If it was Jeff Strand doing Casablanca, he'd be, wait, what? But Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is something that I can pull off. Basically, the only request they had was keep it as family friendly as the movies. The movie it's PG, but it's 1978 PG, so it'd be a
Right.
fairly strong PG-13 now. So I kept to that, which is what I would have done anyway. And I basically pitched it as I'm going to treat it like you guys had Marvel Cinematic Universe money to make the original movie. And so they were all in, and I was set free to write Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Did they have any handcuffs as far as like lore goes or anything like that you had to follow, or were you because the movie's very short on where they came from or anything like that. There's not a lot of backstory to it. It just jumps right in. And they developed it more in the later films. But again, some of those weren't the exact same people. So I wondered if they were like, hey, you need to stick to this and you can move from there and go forward, but start here.
No, there was nothing, and I treat it as a
Wow.
self-contained. Because my original thought was I'm going to weave in elements of all the movies and the cartoon series and all that. And I thought no, because if this is successful, if someone else wants to do Return of the Killer Tomatoes, I don't want to step on their toes. So there are no George Clooney jokes. There are no Professor Gangrene isn't in it. I decided I would stick exclusively to the first movie and not mess with what other people might want to do if there is a future of more Attack of the Killer Tomatoes novels. But yeah,
Well,
there was no, you need, these characters need to be in it, you need to stick to this. It wasn't